Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Ohen of Okhuoromi, wey dem just release from prison wey never tey. E don start to dey terrorize the people of Okhuoromi again. E don send the boys make dem dey grab land, dey seize properties. Dis na wetin civil society people dey talk for dis video. They don call on the Oba of Benin and the police commissioner make dem take Ohen of Okhuoromi back to prison because e dey cause problem for the people of Okhuoromi.
The harassment, intimidation, and extortion of residents. Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights has received multiple reports of harassment, extortion, and property seizures allegedly carried out by the thugs loyal to the chief priest of Okhuoromi developers, landowners, and residents, and are reportedly being coerced into paying illegal levies or facing intimidation and sometimes physical assault. These criminal activities have created an atmosphere of fear and insecurity within the community and must be urgently addressed.
Despite the fact that Ohen is still having his case in court and nobody knows how he was released, now, having gotten home that evening, the following day, we saw another story that people have started moving from, thugs are moving in the community, disturbing developers, seizing their materials. You know, it's a different ballgame entirely. So we have to cry out. Then after that, threat to life and the rest of them, just like my brother have said, he was threatened, and several others, including myself, was threatened. So we are using this medium to call on the state government to protect us. We are protesting to the state government to inform them. We are using this medium to also inform the security agencies. All kind is not bigger than the law.
That's all.
They cannot trade us just because of one person. We don't want a life to be lost, just as it has happened in other communities, before the security agency will start doing their work.
Good morning this morning, fellow Nigerians, though depending on the time you're watching this, for our viewers all over the world. Conspicuously gathered today in our Chamber of Justice, Talaka Parliament, Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights. And the reason why we are gathered here today is to condemn the deviance of the Oba's Palace Directive and escalating human rights abuses in Okhuoromi community. And we are saying that justice must prevail. And we want to issue our press statement to that effect. The Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights, ESCSCHRO, strongly condemns the growing wave of lawlessness, land grabbing, and human rights abuses allegedly perpetrated in Okhuoromi community in Benin City under the leadership of Ohen of Okhuoromi and his loyalists. This acts constitutes a blatant disregard for the authority of the Oba of Benin, a violation of Benin tradition, and a grave threat to peace, justice, and human rights in Edo State. Number one, deviance of the palace judgment. The palace, the highly esteemed palace of the Oba of Benin, in its recent directive, ordered Ohen of Okhuoromi to restrict its duties to the maintenance of the community shrine in accordance with Benin custom and tradition. However, in open deviance, Ohen of Okhuoromi allegedly disobeyed this royal instruction and unlawfully crowned himself as the head of Okhuoromi community. This is an act that contravenes the authority of the palace and undermines the peace and unity of the community. This conduct represents a direct affront to the Oba's authority and an insult to the cultural values that have long preserved order and harmony within the Benin Kingdom. And number two, the harassment, intimidation, and extortion of residents. Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights has received multiple reports of harassment, extortion, and property seizures allegedly carried out by the thugs loyal to the chief priest of Okhuoromi developers, landowners, and residents, and are reportedly being coerced into paying illegal levies or facing intimidation and sometimes physical assault. These criminal activities have created an atmosphere of fear and insecurity within the community and must be urgently addressed. Number three, grave criminal allegations. We are deeply concerned that Ohen of Okhuoromi, despite facing serious allegations of harassment, intimidation, and illegal possession of firearms, was released on bail under questionable circumstances. Such impunity embodies further lawlessness and weakens public confidence in the judicial system. Then number four, government and security agencies must act immediately. The Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights calls on the Edo State government, the Indefatigable Commissioner of Police, the Department of State Security Services, DSS, and other relevant authorities to number one, enforce the palace directive without delay. Two, investigate and prosecute Ohen of Okhuoromi and his accomplices. Then number three, provide immediate protection for residents, landowners, and developers in Okhuoromi. No individual is above the authority of the Oba of Benin or beyond the reach of the laws of Nigeria. Then number five, constitutional protection of citizens' rights. The Nigerian Constitution guarantees the protection of life, property, and liberty. Specifically, section number 33, subsection 1, it says, and I quote, "Every person has a right to life, and no one shall be deprived intentionally of his life." The ongoing violence and threats in the Okhuoromi community constitute a violation of these rights. Section 43, every citizen of Nigeria shall have the right to acquire and own immovable property anywhere in Nigeria. This unlawful seizure of land and destruction of property directly contravenes this constitutional provision. Then number six, we are asking that justice must prevail. As the timeless Latin maxim declares, "Fit justitia ruat caelum." Let justice be done though the heavens fall. Justice must not bend before influence of fear. It must stand firm in defense of truth, fairness, and peace. Then number seven, our stand. The Edo State Civil Society Coalition for Human Rights stands in solidarity with the people of Okhuoromi and with all victims of oppression across Edo State. We will not remain silent when individuals defy the palace, undermine justice, and terrorize their citizens. We call on all concerned citizens, activists, and institutions unite in the demand for justice, peace, and accountability. The rule of law must be restored, and we are saying together that enough is enough. Justice must be done, and it must be seen to be done. Amanda! Amanda! Isoleto!
In Africa!
Thank you.
Next.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Okay. Yes, the press of the chief person. Sorry. Yes, I think the press of the press conference has been delivered. So I have some developers and some people from the community that have something to say. Let's want to give them the opportunity to elaborate on the subject matter.
So you need to talk now.
We look up. Yeah?
Talk up. Wait. I've already.
My camp from anywhere. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Where is your mic? Oh, yeah, put on. Little marble there. By the side of the room. Your one. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good night. Are you ready?
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Depends on the location where you are watching from. My names are Oba of Benin. I'm a developer in the Okhuoromi community. The civil threats are becoming to us from Oba of Benin, Ohen of Okhuoromi, and his brother. They come to my wife's store on Monday, 6 o'clock in the evening. Opposite my wife's store, they beat up their younger sister massively and drag her into the car. From there, they crossed to my wife and tell my wife to tell me that I should be running away from Okhuoromi. I should pack my property, that the Ohen of Okhuoromi, Oba of Benin, I'll give them directive that anywhere they see me, they should kill me. I'm begging the governor, Oba II, and the civil society to come to my aid. My life is at risk as I'm talking now. Thank you, everyone.
Your name is
Your name again?
My name is Oba Samuel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I am Justice Oyanele Godfrey, an ETG, a developer in Okhuoromi, and also a member of the civil society. What we have been passing through in Okhuoromi has become very, very worrisome. And we felt that it is very important that we let our mother civil society know, let the world know, let the government know, so that they can protect citizens, indigenous, and everyone that lives in Okhuoromi, including the developers. Recently, the Oba of Benin invited the community and the former Ohen. Then Oba pronounced impress on the community after the protest that, having heard from the brothers of Ohen then that their brother has been restored as Ohen to take over the community. So the developers, who saw it as a slap on their faces,
that somebody who destroyed their properties and they are even looking for a way to gather themselves and rebuild what has been destroyed. Now the man has come back as Ohen again to rule over them. So that was what led to that protest. We never knew that the palace invited the elders of the community. But later when we got to the palace, we discovered that elders of the community, they are in palace. So we have to wait to see the outcome on the palace judgment. Where the palace pronounced, the Oba himself pronounced that Oba of Benin should go and serve the juju and leave every other activity that has to do with the community for the other way. And this the community saw as a welcome one, despite the fact that Ohen is still having his case in court and nobody knows how he was released. Now, having gotten home that evening, the following day, we saw another story that people have started moving from, thugs are moving in the community, disturbing developers, seizing their materials. You know, it's a different ballgame entirely. So we have to cry out. Then after that, threat to life and the rest of them, just like my brother have said, he was threatened, and several others, including myself, was threatened. So we are using this medium to call on the state government to protect us. We are protesting to the state government to inform them. We are using this medium to also inform the security agencies. All kind is not bigger than the law.
So that's all.
They cannot trade us just because of one person. We don't want a life to be lost. Just as it has happened in other communities, before the security agency will start doing their work. They should wake up now.
Yes.
That is still fresh. And also, we want to send this warning to the chairman of the Ohen of Okhuoromi, because very recently he mobilized for the Owokan using Ego, his younger brother, to mobilize boys for him to terrorize the community. Okhuoromi and Obazagbo does not have boundary disputes. They are peace-loving people. Okhuoromi and Obazagbo, they are peace-loving people. They have been together for a very long time, no issues. The president of Obazagbo should not cause any issue. We at the civil society level will not take it lightly with him.
That's all.
We are using this medium to tell him to restrain from that angle. Because we are quiet does not mean that we don't know what we are doing. So we want the government to act and protect the lives of people living in Okhuoromi. In Soweto,
In Africa.
Please, you were saying something. You were saying something. I think there was this matter has been in court, and I want to also ask that Okhuoromi. I think you guys have a new Okaili, which I know of.
Yes.
Now, okay, what is the position of your Okaili himself? What is the position of your Okaili in this very matter? Because he's a new person. I know him very well. He's a decent guy, right? Which I know. There are these issues. I know when they were installing initially, we went there, myself and the Wellington. When you saw me that day now, yes. We went there. There's some movement that we did until they come. So why this guy was still in police net, they're not taking it to court. Now, what exactly is really happening now? Is your John really aware of all this that is happening? Because number one, if this threat of life is on, what is he doing? Are people briefed the new Okaili on the trend of things that is happening? See this Ohen is out of police net.
yes, in Soweto, in Africa. That statement is a right one. When this issue was reported, so it was reported to the Ojonwere and the Okaili, which they actually asked him and some of us to go to the police station and write petition, report the matter, and we went to report this case. And the Okaili, as we speak, is not sleeping over this matter. He's still moving and is aware of everything and is strongly on ground.
Okay. Now, I have one other question. Police station differs. There's a population, there's a Adenya. Now, because I know the guy was arrested by state CID.
Yes.
Well, now that civil society, you are a civil society person.
Yes.
Formally take this matter to the commissioner of police and write to the AIG and copy DSS on this very matter. So, are you making any move on that?
Yes, several petitions has been written to the Commissioner of Police, the DPO, Oba of Benin, that's the one in charge of that community, that environment, and area command. Based on this threat and several other things that Owokan and his brother are creating in that community. So petitions has been written. We are only waiting for the police to act. And what is stopping them to act? That is the question we are asking.
Pressure them.
That is the question.
It's okay. All right, thank you. Yes, we'll talk now. She looks nice. No, where is the class?
Not complete.
We never performed it. Yes, so he knows how to wear his moves. All right. Are we ready? Lock that door small. Or open and finish. Someone say it back. All right, it's okay.
Yes, are we good to go? Let me
Yes,
elaborate. Yes, there is a legal maxim that says, Vox Populi or Vox Dei.
Yes, sir.
The voice of the people is the voice of God. The voice of the people is that we need peace, we need concord, we need tranquility in our Okhuoromi community. The voice of the people is that we don't want to be extorted, we don't want to be intimidated, we don't want to be oppressed, we don't want to be terrorized, we do not want a resurgimento of the satanic, the horrendous, the monstrous, the outrageous activities of the disbanded Community Development Association. My grandfather of blessed memory, my maternal grandfather, was a chief priest before he joined his ancestors. The modus operandi and the modus vivendi then was just to subscribe himself to the shrine, consulting the oracle of the east and the games, consulting gods to see how evil can be nipped in the bud. My grandfather was not involved in the sales of land, but it is very, very saddening. It is lugubrious. It is melancholic that the chief priest of Okhuoromi has been in the news negatively for more than 5 years. I can remember vividly in 2020, the civil society led protests against land grabbing, against outright demolition of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are very much aware of the royal ruling of the Oba of Benin that said, Owokan, thou shalt preside over the shrine. As civil society organization, we believe in peace, we believe in justice, we believe in tranquility. We don't want the life of anybody to go down. We don't want the life of anybody to be at risk. We shouldn't wait for the community to be attacked, thereby leading to the death of people before we act. No.
We don't want what happened in Okpasagbo community where a deaf and dumb person was killed. We don't want that to happen. We are fully aware of the happenings in different communities. In some communities today, the AK-47 you have are enormous to fight civil war. I want to use this opportunity to call on the director of DSS to take judicial notice or to take cognizance of what I'm saying. We do not want what transpired in the animal community to happen in Okhuoromi community at all. We do not want what is happening in neighboring communities where they begin to shoot down like Banga, they can 47 like Banga. We do not want that to happen. That is why we are calling on the authority. We are calling on the governor of Edo State, who is the chief security officer of the state, to act proactively to nip any form of breakdown of law and order. But eyes to be blinded before action will be taken. They should be proactive enough. They should have full knowledge of what will transpire in the Okhuoromi community if these issues are not addressed with immediate effects and alacrity. All we want is peace in Okhuoromi. All we say capital rejectamenta to extortion, to exploitation, yes, to terrorism, yes, to threat. Yes. We want everybody, the developers, indigenous of Okhuoromi community, to live in brotherhood, to live as brothers and sisters. After all, this life is transient, it's ephemeral and transitory. Thank you and God bless you.
Now we don't hear say Ohen of Okhuoromi don't start to dey seize property again for Okhuoromi. E don't start again. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.